This month on Images. COD's Manufacturing Technology program produces students for immediate job placement. Professors and students sum up the gains of studying accounting at COD. And Waterleaf Restaurant's executive chef prepares one of her favorite soups. All of that and more on this edition of Images. Hi, I'm Rio Omaria, admissions representative at College of DuPage. Welcome to Images, the show that keeps you up to date with everything happening here at COD. Even in the face of a tough economy, employment and career growth opportunities are plentiful in manufacturing. College of DuPage's Manufacturing Technology program prepares students to fill industry needs by providing training in a wide variety of skill areas in product manufacturing and services. COD has also partnered with local manufacturer Flexco to offer a special career advancement certificate for their employees.
The manufacturing industry today has certainly exploded. There's a great skills gap between the amount of jobs that are out there and the amount of people that are trained to do them. Here at the College of DuPage, in last year, I received 65 requests for people to come work. Most of them were multiple requests. So far this year, I'm up at about 40, and considering we're in supposedly a recession, there is a great need out there, and I don't have enough students to fill these high-powered positions. The skills that are needed are obviously good workplace skills where an individual is able to come in on time, be dependable, be accurate, have a passion for what they want to do it in the industry, and a passion to learn because the industry is changing. Certainly technology has impacted manufacturing in a lot of ways, and I can only imagine what it'll be like in 5 years. So you have to be a lifelong learner to be successful, not only in manufacturing, but in any industry. At the College of DuPage, we have an advisory committee that meets twice a year that tells us what is current in the industry and what to expect. Just as important, they evaluate our program by hiring the students that we provide them and give us feedback on what we do well and what we need improvement in. We also have business partnerships where companies do send us individuals either for specialized training or for all the training to certainly upgrade their needs. And our goal is to certainly have that individual come back to the company the next day and show their boss or their supervisor something that they didn't know the day before, and obviously want to make the company more money. Flexco Corporation in Downers Grove saw a need to upgrade the training of their employees. Guess what? The community college's mission is to provide that need, and certainly we were able to attract at least 12 people from Flexco last year who came in, took specialized classes in either metrology, metallurgy, machining, and they were very happy with the results and continue to send quite a few people to our facility for this type of training, including their supervisors.
Flexco manufactures belt conveyor components for heavy-duty and light-duty industries for companies all over the world. We do a lot with mining and agriculture as well as food service. We hire for production-related positions in our Downers Grove facility and our Grand Rapids facility, as well as office positions like marketing, engineering, accounting, human resources, but the majority of our business is in manufacturing. The skill sets that would help make applicants successful in the manufacturing field would be knowledge of technology, good math skills, business writing capabilities, also good knowledge of different manufacturing processes. The training our employees receive at COD is through what we call the Flexco Manufacturing Certificate Program, where they take 6 core credit classes, including metrology, metallurgy, technical mechanics, and they take those courses and they don't receive a certificate from College of DuPage, but they do receive a certificate from us as a company. The program is designed to encourage employees to go back to school, and if they wish to, they can pursue a certificate program through the the college, or they can also move on to an associate's degree if they choose.
I was able to join that program, and what it does is it allows us to go back to school at the College of DuPage and attend classes, basic classes for the company. And that has allowed me to know more about the company, how to use those resources and apply that to this company. The manufacturing classes at the College of DuPage have helped me understand a different side of the business as far as quality control, how the things are made in a tool room, and how important it is to use our instruments, things that I wouldn't normally use on a daily basis. But now I have the basic foundations of that, and I've learned that through this certification program.
Flexco is on the advisory board at COD because we believe that the COD program is a wonderful program. We're really impressed with the manufacturing program and the other educational opportunities offered by the college.
Well, our manufacturing program offers classes both in the morning and in the evenings. A majority of our students are currently employed in the industry. Consequently, when my job board fills up, they're already employed. I'm very proud of the fact that all of our part-time teachers currently work in the industry. I believe that's a powerful statement to make to a student, that the individual that's instructing them actually does what they're teaching them for a living, and adds a lot of credence to what the students are learning here, and also keeps us up to date on what's new in the industry. Our most popular degree or certificate is manufacturing technology. It covers almost everything an individual would know to be a great, beyond an entry-level employee in manufacturing. It includes machining, precision measurement, metallurgy, drafting and design, and again, a good turnkey to get into the industry. We have a drafting and design certificate and degree, which also is very popular because certainly there are needs for that in the industry also. Lastly, our automated manufacturing certificate is probably the most popular certificate to be to this date, as that's where the most jobs are needed for people to go out into the industry and operate the equipment. Here at the college, we keep up to date with the equipment, and again, listen to industry's needs and try and meet it.
For more information about the Manufacturing Technology program at College of DuPage, visit us on the web at cod.edu.
When it comes to your degree, College of DuPage believes that you shouldn't have to compromise quality for convenience or cost. COD provides an education that's affordable and high quality, so you'll get a good return on your investment. There are convenient and flexible class options, so you have the ability to balance work, life, and school. By attending COD for your first 2 years of college, you'll save more than $36,000 compared to attending an in-state public university, and almost $69,000 compared to a private university. Reach your full potential. Register now for summer semester at College of DuPage with convenient 5- and 8-week sessions. Welcome to College of DuPage. Welcome to the new school of thought.
Accounting is becoming an increasingly important area of study across a number of disciplines and in the workforce. Accounting professor Rukshad Patel tallies the gains of studying accounting at College of DuPage for all students across a variety of backgrounds and majors.
When a student registers for an accounting class at College of DuPage, it can open up a whole career from them. Sometimes they come in undecided because they have multiple interests, and this first accounting class sometimes gets them so interested that 3 years later they have a CPA. Students coming from high school take this first accounting class, find an interest, take business as a major or take accounting as a major, and then proceed to enter the workforce, and other times proceed to go to a 4-year school. We love seeing successful students in accounting. At College of DuPage, our accounting classes are small size, 25 to 30 students in a class. Students have the opportunity to have a one-on-one relationship with their accounting professors and their peers. Classes are offered at convenient times, mornings, afternoons, evenings, so students can fit it into their schedules. We offer degrees that allow students to transfer to four-year schools in their accounting programs, and we offer degrees that allow students to enter the workforce. The workforce in our area really know the solidity of our program and the depth of knowledge that our students have when they pass out of the degree, and it is a really rich environment when they have graduated with an associate degree that takes them into the workforce. We also have certificates that allow students to enter the workforce and are very popular. There are various certificates, and we talk to students and advise them as to the direction they may want to take. Many students come back from university during the summer and register for an accounting class in the summer at the College of DuPage. It is small classes and a personal relationship with your teacher and your peers, and they are delighted to take those classes and go back to the university and have fulfilled the credits that they're required to take at their university. We would love to see local high school students come to COD and register for an accounting class and fulfill the credits for their business classes at their four-year university. We find students do very well and speak very well of our classes and are really happy with the knowledge that they take and therefore the knowledge that they can build when they go to their four-year universities.
For more information about accounting courses, certificates, and degrees offered at College of DuPage, visit us on the web at cod.edu. Accounting is an essential area of study for all business majors. For Dana Richards, a small business owner and marketing major with plans to transfer to a four-year institution, the gains of studying accounting at College of DuPage have her projecting growth in her professional and personal life.
I came to College of DuPage because I was very familiar with it. I'm from the area and I've heard great things about it. My brother was a student here as well and had a great experience. It was very affordable for me and I had a great assortment of classes that I could choose from, so it was really good with my schedule. I immediately signed up for accounting my first year here, and I took it because it was for my degree. I needed it, but also I took it immediately because I wanted to directly apply it to what I was doing. Besides going to school here at COD, I have a wedding photography business, so that keeps me busy majority of the year, especially in the summers, which is really nice to go to school then. So it's really convenient here with my schedule as well. And then with the accounting, I could directly apply that to what I'm doing in my business as well. My experience with the instructors in the accounting department has been beyond great. What was really nice is that our classes weren't too large, so that I could always feel comfortable asking questions in class, raising my hand, and then afterwards there was time for me to have one-on-one questions and answers, which is really valuable as well. Here at COD, I feel like over my past few years that I've attended, I've gained a lot of valuable resources and learned a lot of valuable things for where I'm going, not only for my future in education, but for my business and things that I could apply right away. And also I'm taking other courses that aren't even directly for my major, just things that I needed to learn right away for me and that I could directly apply, and things that weren't too expensive of classes for me to take for my personal interests, that I felt like I was able to do that at the same time as pursuing my major. My future after COD, I'm definitely studying business in order to soak it up and learn for myself in my own business. So I'm actually going for marketing, so that's what I'll be transferring out for, to really know how to promote myself. So I got a great base for where I'm going, and I'm really excited to see where I'm headed after this as well.
For more information about accounting courses, certificates, and degrees offered at College of DuPage, visit us on the web at cod.edu. Coming up next on Images, Waterleaf Restaurant's executive chef, Nadia Tilkian, shares her recipe for a hearty homemade soup.
So for the pork soups, we have slab bacon. You guys can use sliced bacon, slab bacon. Some people like to stick salt pork in there. Sometimes I use it on occasion. Sometimes it's a little too salty for me. And you know, seeing how everybody has diet restrictions these days, gluten-free, you know, salt restrictions, you know, I kind of steer away from that, and bacon is a little bit more controllable. So I'm going to start out with a little bit of corn oil, and I'm just going to saute the bacon until it's nice and crispy and get some of the fat. And then I'm going to take it out just because I kind of save it when it's nice and crispy as a garnish at the end. And then for this soup, I love pork shoulder. It does have fat, but it's kind of a tough piece of meat, so it's great for braising, roasting really low and slow. It's got so much flavor. I also like to roast it and shred it and do a beautiful ravioli with it. You can, at my store, they have them whole, and you just can chunk it up, you know, cut it into chunks based on how big you want it. Obviously, like the smaller, the faster it'll cook, but I don't know, I kind of like it big, so it's more like a stew. Ask your butcher or your store, make sure the bone is out of it, because it comes with a really precarious bone, and you know, if it's in there, you kind of have to cut around it. We season everything. So season your pork shoulder with salt and pepper. I know it looks like a lot of salt, but proteins can take lots of salt. Sometimes when I do this at home, my family's like, oh my God, that's a lot of salt. And I'm like, not really. And then once they taste it, they're like, oh, it's not. No, it absorbs quite a bit. So, and when things are under seasoned, it just doesn't taste right. We have northern beans for this soup. You guys can use whatever kind of bean you like. You can sub out kidney beans, flageolet beans. Some people like the Peruvian lima beans. I soaked these overnight. It was 4 cups, so it was probably down to here yesterday, and I filled it up with water overnight. If you don't do that, it's going to take all day to cook your beans. So as you can see, it's absorbed all the water pretty much. And I just like northern beans because they're kind of remind me of comfort food from my mom, who was a really good cook. Once your bacon gets crispy, I just take it out and save it for later. Plus, the great thing about these, there's not a lot of cleanup. Pretty much everything's in one pan because nobody wants to clean up. Then we're going to add our pork. And brown it. And like I said, this is going to take a couple hours of simmering. As soon as your pork is ready to pull apart, then you're good to go. And your beans are done, and it's just really nice. And it's okay if the beans kind of fall apart a little bit. Like I said, it's just kind of a hearty stew for everybody. But I like chicken stock because it's easily accessible, and I find when you make it at home, it has so much more flavor than the stuff you buy at the store. Even the organic, stuff you get out of the can or the box, it just doesn't have the same flavor. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of neutral and just kind of watery. When you do it for a couple of hours, let it simmer, not only does your house smell great, but you get a richer stock that looks more like this. Nice and dark. You can also roast the bones if you want a really dark stock with more flavor. We just roast those in the oven for just a little while, and it'll give you a little bit more richness. So once our pork is browned a little bit, I start adding in some diced onion. Some celery. and our carrots. I like garlic. Sometimes I just leave them whole because it's going to cook for so long, it's going to bring out all the sugars and it's just going to be real mushy. Or sometimes I'll slice it up. We're just going to sweat the vegetables a little bit. Just to kind of coat them in the fat. Then we're going to add our white beans. And your white beans, when you soak them, the volume's kind of going to double. So if you're not that keen on that many beans, you can always cut it down. That's the beautiful thing about cooking is you can kind of make it your own and adjust it to the way you like it. So, you know, there's no set recipe. A lot of people are intimidated because they're like, I follow, you know, they feel they have to follow a recipe to the exact letter. You really don't, because you make it once and then you kind of adjust it to the way you want to do it. So, because you know your family, you know your tastes. And that's the beautiful thing about cooking. You're never set in anything, stone. We have thyme and bay leaf. I don't mind my bay leaves kind of roaming around in the sauce. Some people do, in which case then I would just take all this and wrap it in cheesecloth and then just make like a little baggie, and then that way you can just pull the whole thing out. Thyme's probably one of my favorite herbs. It goes in almost everything I cook. It's just versatile and has a great flavor. Then we're going to add a little bit of white wine for some acid. Give it a little stir. And then we're just going to add our chicken stock. And then that's just going to simmer away. It's going to be beautiful. And like I said, you know, I season everything to taste. I know it looks like a ton of salt, but really it's not. And season everything, because that's the worst when you go and food is bland. It shouldn't be salty, but it should enhance the flavor of everything. And like I said, depending on your family's taste or yours. And you can always add chopped herbs in here.
You might expect a student interested in finance to measure the savings of attending a community college. Accounting student Christopher Metcalf calculates an even greater number of benefits. With this many entries in the plus column, studying accounting at College of DuPage makes perfect sense.
College of DuPage was much cheaper than any of the other four-year institutions, and you know, I can go here for 2 years and then move on to a four-year school with an associate's degree. The atmosphere is definitely great. The class size is actually a lot smaller than my four-year university that I initially attended, which that blew me away. I definitely feel that, you know, the class size and the personal and the teachers here, I definitely feel that they're pretty good, and if they're definitely on par for a lot of four-year universities. My first accounting class was here at COD, and I was actually undecided at the time. And when I took that accounting class, you know, my teacher really inspired me to go on and pursue accounting as an actual major. My experience for all of them have been, you know, really great. All the teachers have been really good and really helpful. The course material is set out really nicely, and there's a very logical flow and to where things build upon each other. And it's really interesting to see how the 3 different classes kind of merge together into one class because the concepts that you're using all kind of combine together and they all integrate really well with each other. The accounting professor that I had here, she gave me her personal phone number so that I could call her so that she could actually walk me through problems and stuff that I was having with some of the homework because I was sick and I couldn't come into class. So, I mean, I think that definitely shows the depth that teachers are willing to go to help out their students. I initially came here, you know, with kind of just hoping just to try and get through as fast as I can and then move on to a 4-year university. And I wasn't really expecting to get a whole lot out of College of DuPage. But after being here it's only been 2 semesters, but I've definitely learned tons of information that I got at a much cheaper rate than really any other university could offer. I plan on going to Northern to get my bachelor's in accounting, but then I also plan to go on and get my CPA and to go on and take more classes in auditing specifically and go on and work for one of the big 4 accounting firms. It's definitely worth the cost. I mean, it's College of DuPage is relatively extremely cheap compared to everywhere else, and you're still getting those great teachers, and you're still getting a good education that can really help set you up to succeed later on in life.
For more information about accounting courses, certificates, and degrees offered at College of DuPage, visit us on the web at cod.edu. That's all the time we have for this edition of Images. We hope you enjoyed this program from College of DuPage. Also, you can watch past episodes of Images on demand by visiting our website at cod.edu. I'm Rio Almaria. See you next time.